Hello, beautiful community. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm excited to connect in with you. I recently had somebody reach out to me about the topic of strengths and weaknesses and how he can get rid of his weaknesses. So I'd like to speak to that part of this specifically, this concept of weaknesses or flaws or these like limiting lower aspects of ourselves. I believe that we do not have weaknesses and that we do not have flaws. I believe that what we have is areas that we have yet to develop. Look at your strengths, your skills. These are all things that you have been working on. You've been practicing, you have been changing, you have been adapting them, you've been developing them into your strengths. We're born with some areas that we're more skilled at. This is true, but even those areas that we're skilled at, we have to practice. We have to develop them. For me, being a yoga teacher, it was not a skill I was born with. It is something I have been practicing and studying and developing for 10 years now. And I'm still developing it today. So I think when we can switch that mindset around this concept of having a weakness, instead to look at it as an area that is just simply underdeveloped, we get to once again become creators of our reality and of our world. So instead of saying, oh, well, that's just my weakness, that's my flaw, that's just like not something I'm good at, it takes responsibility off of us. When in reality, you are a creator being and you are responsible for every single thing that you do and create and act and say in your life. So instead of putting that responsibility off of you, take that responsibility and choose to develop yourself instead of holding on to this element as a weakness. So for example, if I were to say, which sometimes I'll say it, that I am not good at responding to my text messages. I'm just not good at that. I just can't do that. When in reality, it's just an area I haven't developed. I am working to become better at responding to my text messages. I am developing this area within myself. That's like anger. That's just who I am. I get angry. Well, first off, if you keep telling yourself you get angry, if you believe it's true, it's going to be your truth, that it's just your response to get angry. However, really what's happening is that you have not developed your ability to respond differently. You need to work on it. You need to grow it. You need to expand it. We become these whole versions of ourselves when we work on the whole version of ourselves. Obviously, there's things we need to focus on more. There's those areas that are naturally our skills, and when we work on those and develop those, they become stronger and they become more potent and capable of being in the world. But what I want to look at is those areas that we claim are our weaknesses, that we claim are our limitations or our flaws. I think that's just an easy way out. It's a cop-out. It's just who I am. To say it's just who I am is literally the laziest thing that you can do, honestly. It is who you are right now because you haven't bothered to develop it. You haven't bothered to work on it, to expand it, and to become something more. So instead of just taking the easy way out and saying, this is who I am, do your work. Do your work. This isn't about you. Every moment you are impacting the world around you. And when you use this lazy excuse that this is just who I am, you're impacting your world with this limited version of yourself. When instead, if you just did the work to develop this, to respond differently instead of reacting, to create a wholer version of you, one that you're actually proud of, when you interact with people, their day is actually better because they met you instead of worse. That's the work we get to do. That's the work we have to do. Our planet is struggling. The people on this planet are struggling. We are hurting each other. We are harming each other. We are not living to serve one another. We are living to serve ourselves. These are our areas that need to be developed. Yeah, okay, they look like weaknesses. They're not our weaknesses. They are just areas we have not developed. We have not worked on it. We have not tried, for the majority of humanity, we have not tried to become better humans. We have not tried to become more community-based humans. Humans that truly care about everyone in their world and the impact that they make, the small scale to the large scale. We are underdeveloped. The human race, the human species is an underdeveloped species. Yep. So, what are you going to do to develop yourself? What I'm going to encourage you to do is take some time today to look at those areas that you've claimed are your limitations or your weaknesses, to look at them honestly, to see them, to notice them, to pay attention to the areas that other people that love you are commenting on, right? Because if they love us, they just want the best for us. Pay attention, notice those aspects of yourself, and then begin to develop them. Do your work. Do your work so that you can be a better person in this world, and then you can be that example to other people of what's possible. I used to be that person. I'm not that person anymore. And I can tell you that I love this person I am now because I am doing my work. And if we want this planet, this human race, the potential and the future for mankind, honestly, we have to do our work, each one of us. We have to do our work. So stop making excuses. Stop taking the easy way. Develop yourself so that you no longer have these limitations, that you are just a being filled with strengths. So that's what I have to say on that topic. It's a little sterner than most of my videos, but sometimes we need the hard truth. You can be better, you can be more, you just have to choose it. So I'm excited to hear how this works for you. So put it in the comments. What areas are you going to develop within yourself so that you can be a better human on this planet, so that you can make this world a better place, and then you can make your impact more authentically as this divine soul, this divine God being that you truly are. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Let's change this world together.